Hello everyone, this is episode 3 of Shockcasting Daily. We've had a little bit of a break between episodes, but that's alright. It's about a week. Had some things going on this week's past, but we're back and ready for episode 3. I'm actually kind of privileged to have this episode to spectate. This is with Team TD. Nintendo X is probably the most famous person on this team, but a really, really high-level team. And looks like they might just be doing team rank games. Not really quite sure, but we're going to pick this game up at the 3-minute mark and start commentating from there. Just to give you a little bit of background, no kills as of yet, as you can see on the top, and gold is pretty even as well. It's going to be Corky, Uder, Katarina, Leona, and Amumu for Team TD versus Lee Sin, Jax, Anivia, Urgot, and Blitzcrank for the opposing team. So a little bit about Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank is kind of, as we get started here, Blitzcrank is kind of one of those picks that has come into favor. You see him a lot more in tournament play, and his grab is just so very, very strong now. So as we're going to pick up looks like Team T is going to ping into the center lane, maybe try and get a gank on Anivia, but Lee Sin is actually going to see Uder come from the back, and Anivia's actually in the wrong place, and the Ignite goes down as well, and oh, Amumu just misses his grab, so I think Anivia is going to get away there. It's going to be close, and it looks like Katarina couldn't make it work there. So Uder did come down from the top, try and make that happen, but Lee Sin exactly at the right time, maybe causing a little bit of jitters into the Amumu. So that ended up not working out. Anivia gets away, just a little bit of health left, and even if she didn't, I'm pretty sure her egg is still up, so that's okay. They see Lee Sin coming down for the gank. Blue team should be backing off right now. Just a second, and Exhaust actually does go down on Corky because they're a little low, and Blitzcrank kind of completely missed with that. But here comes Lee Sin doing down his slow as well, and Corky should be able to get away. The Exhaust goes down on Urgot as well. Here comes Katarina from the mid lane, and she's putting down some damage, but I don't think she's going to be doing nearly enough. Blitzcrank's actually running the wrong way, going back into blue team's jungle, and he actually should be able to do a loop around to make that work out for him. And he's still running, is going to be pursued, but I don't think that he's going to catch up. Anivia is going to come down to intercept, and I don't think it's going to end up working out. Lee Sin coming down as well. Moon actually might want to work out. Nintendo Dude does not need to make that happen, but actually here comes Katarina with the turnaround, and oh my goodness, there goes first blood. Katarina getting a little bit too ballsy there, not really knowing what the position was happening, and Anivia landing a fantastic stun down there on the middle lane. So Blitzcrank is going to go back, as you can see, and looks like they might actually be trying to dive this Urgot here. Yes, they are. The Ignite goes down, and Leona goes flashing, and there, actually, she goes down as well. The Corky going back into tower range, I think, saved Leona from certain death. They're both very, very low. You should probably see them going back fairly shortly. They know where Lee Sin is, though. They saw him move to the top of the map, so they know that they're kind of safe, but they do definitely need to go back. So we're tied at 1 kill apiece. Pretty even so far. Should see this this Anivia as he moves up in levels, and level 6 is very, very shortly. Should be able to get some great combos off on the Katarina. We'll see how that develops. The Katarina is a little bit behind because of that kill. A little bit of a brain fart for her, but hopefully she'll be able to come out from that. Wards all around for both teams, always the best idea. That's a great thing to say. And actually, a great stun goes down on Katarina, and she's going to get away. The stun was a little bit too soon. Lee Sin not in there in time, and also the minions were kind of walling her off a little bit as well, or walling her off. That is. Now Lee Sin does move towards the bottom. Leona and Corky might be in a little bit of trouble here, but it looks like Blitzcrank is taking the full brunt of the blow. Here comes Lee Sin. Doesn't want to get too close, but Leona actually goes onto Lee Sin, and what I think she thought was going to save her ended up killing her. A whole ton of damage went down onto Leona there, and Lee Sin really made the most of that. And it looks like Anivia is in trouble now too, with the egg going down as well. I don't know if they're going to be able to do enough damage here to get it from the egg. And they're going back and forth. Wow, what a great play by Nintendo. And Corky's getting dove down on the bottom as we talk about the middle. And actually, not. It's going to be close. Oh, no, it's not. The minions are there to soak up those blows as well. And all three are low here on the bottom, but there's just no blue team here to make that happen. I want to say a great use of mechanics, I guess would be the best way to say it, in the middle lane. Katarina and Amumu making that egg go down fairly quickly. And it looks like action on the top lane as well. Uter getting the ignite down, but it doesn't look like it's going to tick nearly enough. He's going to get away with about 100 health. Yep, about 100 health. And about one tick left. And Uter needs to watch out because he is pretty low on mana. But it looks like Balls does not want to get dove. And, of course, he will not. So a little bit of reset here. Red team is a little bit in the lead. The gold gain, I think, is really helping them. But it looks like Anivia might be trying to come up now that it's warded, so you can totally see that coming. And Amumu coming up to intercept as well. And once again, just resetting a little bit here. Red team is only up by 500 gold, but they can see where Amumu is. And here comes Lee Sin. Slow does go down, and Anivia misses the stun. That's not going to be exactly what red team wanted there. But a good combo goes down on Katarina. Looks like Anivia is going to go tier first, so not the damage first build that Rod of Ages can give you. But some good combos going down. Katarina is actually has a Cage's lucky pick, so that the GP5 should be going into its own. I think it takes about 5 minutes for the GP5 to get in, to kick in, as you will. And there's another good stun down on Anivia. And she tries to get away. She jumps back to her minion, but a lot of damage going down. She loses over half of her health there. Lee Sin kicking as far as he possibly can to make that happen, and then Wing back to his own minions. Meanwhile, it looks like Amumu wants to do a little bit of a counter gank here, but Lee Sin is coming back around. Does not want this to happen. And actually, there goes Amumu. His ultimate goes down, and Katarina actually jumps back in. Lee Sin wants to get sapping, and Lee Sin gets it down, but he misses his Q on the Amumu. Let's see who is going to win this battle of the junglers. Amumu has the AoE skills right now, and as we were talking about that, Urgot gets a double kill on the bottom. We totally missed that action there. We can actually rewind that. That's what the greatness of the spectator mode is. Let's rewind a little bit. And let's see how this is going to work out on the bottom lane. And it looks like Leona actually engages almost under the tower. Not quite, though. And she gets pulled in under the tower. And a lot of damage going down on her. And Urgot, just gets all of that damage down with that arc shot. And the reversal of position goes down on Corky as well, brings him into that tower range, and just so much damage going down. Such a little bit of time. And that was a very, very great play by that Urgot. Urgot's one of those champions. If you can play him well, and definitely at this high of level, he will take over that bottom lane. He's that anti-carry kind of character, and if he can land those bombs to increase the range of his Q, then he's just going to shoot those across the map, and it's going to be tough for them to do anything. But Amumu actually comes in, hooks on to Urgot, and gets him down, and almost gets the Blitzcrank as well. Definitely down to a quarter health. Good move there by Nintendo and Team TD to try and clean up that bottom lane. A little bit over aggressive there by the Urgot, but maybe he thought that Nintendo was on a different part of the map. And looks like more action coming from the middle. Red team is pinging there, and Anivia does go down as the Katarina ultimate does go down as well. Sorry about that mouse work. My mouse just kind of like fidgeted out there. And it looks like Katarina is getting some good kills in the middle. She's now 2-2, but she is down on CS by about 6. It's about 1 creep wave Lee Sin's going to come in and see if he can mop this up, and Katarina's going to jump in and do some damage as well. And it looks like pretty much the same story as we always see on the top with Uter and Jax. Jax actually doing some pretty good damage now. Uter sustained. We should see how this is going to work out, but it ends up just being them beating the crap out of each other, sustaining backup life. And actually he's going to stun here, and Uter's just going to counter stun. And Uter's actually going to run around, and here comes Katarina coming out to the top, going in, and she ultimates, and Jax goes down. So, ooh! And Uter gets ticked just one too many times by that ignite. So he ends up going down as well. I thought he was going to survive there, but good use of Katarina there, going down a little bit more towards the jungle, just shading a little bit towards the jungle to make that gank from the middle lane work a little bit better. And it looks like Leona tried to go in for a little bit more aggression, but it isn't working out. But actually, she might be. Corki is going to get the Blitzcrank, but I don't think Lee Sin is going to go down as quickly. But Amumu comes in, and Flash does not get nearly as far away from Amumu's ultimate as he wanted to, and he goes down as well. So Team TD definitely taking a little bit more of an advantage here, up by 2 kills. And they got the bottom turret as well. So up by about 3,000 gold at this point. Red team isn't that far out of the game so far, but really needs to watch out, especially for an experienced team like Team TD. They just need to make sure that they really stay together. They make some better plays. A little bit of aggression on both sides, but you can definitely see that as the game goes on, some of the different lanes are making better use of it. Katarina had pretty much a horrid start at the beginning, but as she's gone up in levels, she's done more and more damage, so she's gone for that. And actually, Leona has made some kind of interesting plays here on the bottom. She's tried to be as aggressive as possible, as Leona really is known for, but Urgot just completely shedding it back, and some great pulls by the Blitzcrank has been the difference on the bottom lane. It looks like Lee Sin is going to come in for a gank. And at the perfect time, a great combo goes down by the Anivia. And ooh, Lee Sin misses his Q. A good juke there. And misses his E as well. And it looks like they're just going to back off. They don't want anything to do with that. And actually, it looks like Leona's coming from the bottom. Might be catching this oh wow. That was kind of interesting there. And it looks like Anivia is going to go down as well. That was an interesting play. Blitzcrank got the grab from across, but did not pull her through. Ended up just pulling her aside, but is going to switch positions. Katarina ends up using her flash. I thought she used it a little bit earlier, but it must not be on cooldown anymore. Blitzcrank flashes over the wall, misses his grab. That could have been a very easy kill there if he would have made that grab. And here comes Katarina, a little bit low on health, but she's going to come in and ult, and she might get a double kill here. And oh, Blitzcrank almost, and Corky's going to clean it up. So everyone very, very low on health. Katarina at a quarter, but she's going to sustain that back up. Same thing with Corky. Corky actually has no mana right now. Is going to go and steal this blue unless Lee Sin has more things to say about it. It's going to be close. Actually, it's not going to be that close at all. And ooh, and Corky's going to go down. The throws. Oh! And a great stun goes down by Leona, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And the ward there, he jumps straight to it. He actually might get a double kill here. Oh, misses his Q. How many of those Qs? And Katarina is really low. She has no chance of doing anything like this. And that Q should be the difference maker. As it is. So once again, just really aggressive play on both sides. So far, it's been more in favor of blue team, Team TD. But it seems as though like red team is really trying to make as much advantage of as possible. Going in, cleaning up, making sure if anybody's out of position, it's going to work out. And that little exchange there is going to end up allowing red to get an essentially free dragon. And there it is, the free dragon. So 2.2 thousand gold differential here now. We'll look at the at the CS scores at this point. CS scores. It's like ATM machine. At 15-minute mark, Jax is already above 100 CS, which is pretty good for him right now. Uter is lagging behind by about 20, so Jax is definitely winning that lane. Some aggression did happen on the top, but actually Uter is getting a lot of health back. He's going to want to work out, but gets a great stun down, and this is not what Jax wanted to do. I think that Uter just got back way too much health at once. If he would have come in a little bit sooner, then it might have worked out, but that just did. That was not the plan that I think Jax wanted out of that. I thought that he thought that he was going to do much more damage, and Q actually does not land, but either way I don't think it would have been able to kill the Uter, who once again has that great amount of sustain. Uter is going to go back here, and looks like blue team is completely warding up the red team's jungle, so they're going to know exactly where everybody is at all times, which is always great. The wards, man, they just completely win games. And looks like middle tower is going to go down as well. Something interesting to say about middle tower. Middle tower gives you great vision of everywhere, basically. And a great hook goes down on Amumu, and another flash just does not get away nearly enough. But Katarina coming in, getting caught there by Blitzcrank. She's going to get melted by that burst, and Urgot doing a great turnaround actually on the Leona. I thought he got the Corki there. Actually, he might have gotten the Corki, and she jumped over. Leona goes down as well. So great exchange there by red team, getting back into this game. Exactly what they needed to do. Some great use of their stuns, and the reversals by Urgot have just been phenomenal so far in this game. And this Blitzcrank just daring this Amumu. Oh, come on, come back out here. You know you want to. And Lee Sin missing another Q. And that wall actually kind of saved that Amumu there. He might have been in for a world of pain. And just out of the range. So they really want this Amumu. Doesn't look like it's going to go down though. And looks like we're just resetting a little bit. Everybody's going back, healing up, buying some items. Katarina does have the early Gunblade. Got it right after her pick in the Sorcerer's Shoes. So she's going to be pumping out that magic damage there, especially with that other nuke. Looks like the red team is going to go in for a gank up top. Jax initiating on this Uter, and the stun does go down as well. Uter has to use his flash. Q finally lands for Lee Sin and kicks back. So let's see if this sustain will end up working out. I don't think that he's going to be able to get away. It's going to be very close, and the Q goes down to the kill secure. And it looks like they do know exactly what's happening. Leona getting caught a little bit here by Lee Sin. But, and actually a great use of that, but just on the edge of Leona's range there, a wasted ultimate completely misses, but Amumu comes in, doing the AoE, and is he going to get away? No, he's not, and actually, yeah, Nivea's going to be in huge danger here as well. She's in egg form. Here comes Leona, has, like, no health left. Is she going to get away? It's going to be close, and I think she is going to get away, and Blitzcrank actually grabbed the Katarina to his death. And blue team has done exactly what red team just did to them. Caught somebody just a little bit out of position. They went in, the opposing team went in just a little bit too much all in into the situation and just got completely murdered for it. And Urgot, I don't know what his plan there was, but hopefully it involved death. And they are going to go straight towards Baron. So this is going to be a great opportunity for them. Leona is really low, but Uter has some great sustain. And she's just waiting for her little bit of sustain to come up too. And Amumu's up as well. So they're definitely going to have enough damage. Lee Sin is hot on the case. Baron Nashor is at about half health right now. And dropping fast, but Lee Sin's going to be right there. And she's going to get Leona. And is he going to be able to get Baron too? It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. Lee Sin with the double kill, with the triple kill, and this actually might end. And Katarina comes in, gets Lee Sin before he can clean up the rest of the shop, And Katarina doing even more damage. Katarina with a double kill of her own. Corky doing damage as well. Katarina just waiting for those cooldowns to come back. And the Anivia stun just completely misses. And Corky is not long for this world. Katarina almost doesn't know what she wants to be doing. Jumping around, trying to make stuff happen. Anivia stun just completely misses. And Katarina using her abilities to her fullest. And actually Urgot waiting for that ultimate to go down before he actually uses his reversal. And that completely shuts down the rest of Katarina's burst there. So Katarina dancing across the map where Baron Nashor is. And cleaning up both sides. So it's kind of been kind of weird exchanges so far. Red team is essentially getting 4 kills and then giving 4 kills up again. Looks like Blitzcrank right now is going to be clearing wards. He does have the Oracle's Elixir, so it's going to be a lot less vision here for the blue team. And they place a ward down at Baron. However, I don't think blue team has an Oracles at this point. No, they do not. So this is going to be a vision advantage for the red team. At least until they can kill this Blitzcrank. Looks like Corky is going to push down here on the bottom. This might be hard times for him. I know that Corky has some great escapes. Does Corky have his flash? No, it is down. And there he runs. He's like, I don't want anything to do with this. And Uter, meanwhile, just trying to split as much as possible. Everybody's on the bottom, so they can see that Baron Nashor is up for grabs at this point. Corky pretty much sacrificing himself, pleading with his team to go for Baron Nashor. This might actually be a little bit too late. I don't think they have enough damage to do this, and red team is hot on the case, going straight north. And yeah, I don't think it's going to be enough. I think it's going to end pretty much the same way. Here comes Jax going in as well. And a great Anivia stun. She flashes over the wall, doing a lot of AoE damage straight around Baron Nashor. Who is going to get it? Red team ends up stealing it from blue team's face. And there goes Leona as well. And everybody is down. Oh, except for Katarina. But she actually got away pretty nicely. Flashed over the wall. And this is definitely going to be at least 1 turret, probably 2. They still have a little bit of a ways to go. And yeah, they should be able to get this second one. And a great reversal happens on the Corky. Corky tries to get away, but gets knocked up immediately mid-burst. And Anivia gets in the egg. Katarina does a good ultimate there. And is trying to get away as quick as she can, but I don't think it's going to work. There's the Q, and ooh! She jumps down to the walls. A good use there, but just way too tricky for red team. And they end up making that work. So they do still have Baron. They're definitely going to get this now. Where their blue team's main damage is completely gone. Urgot's ultimate is down at least for another about 40 seconds or so. And looks like they're going to abandon ship here in the middle and go straight for Dragon. This is a really good use of pushing your advantage. They are now up on kills again and up on gold by about 2,000. Should be moving up to 3,000 after this Dragon. And yep, up to almost 3,000. Up also by 1 turret. So interesting how these games can completely turn around. It looks like blue team had a good advantage, but they were just a little bit too Baron happy. They had 2 straight engages at Baron, where not only did they not get it, but they lost a lot of guys. And so just resetting a little bit here, we might have another little hookup before Baron wears off, but I think it's going to be... No, it's actually not going to wear off that soon. Looks like Anivia was just a little late to the party. And Corky going down a little unnecessarily, playing a little bit too aggressive against Lee Sin. Doesn't really do very much damage at all, and completely goes down to that. So, interesting throws here happening. Blitzcrank still clearing wards. This is, I'd say at this point, this is Red Team's game to lose, but Jack's getting caught in a similar situation, jumps over the wall, and Urgot flashes as well. Uter flashes as well. Jack's knowing he's going to die, trying to take down at least the Uter, and ends up not working out for him. Uter just has way too much sustain, and but meanwhile, Red Team is pushing the middle, not even caring that Jax is gone. They know that they have an advantage, and they want to push it as much as possible. A little bit wary of the Katarina. They don't want to not have any stuns up. She jumps in and completely demolishes them. So it looks like they're going to play a little bit safer, especially with Jax gone. It looks like Corky is back. So still no Oracle, so they do not see that a ward was placed there. A good placement there by the red team. And I think we're just going to jockey for position here for a little while longer. Corky just has an amazing burst, but Amumu getting a little bit caught there, has to waste his ultimate in order to maybe survive. It's going to be close and actually backs off, so Amumu's ultimate is down. This might be a good time for Red Team to engage, and just gets the trap off on Katarina, and they're still wanting to engage here. Looks like Urgot might want to be using his switch here very soon, and Leona goes completely down. And looks like Uter is not long for this world as well. So Uter and Leona go down, and there's a great switch on the Katarina. Ends up working out for the best as well. The Ignite goes down on Lee Sin, but he just has way too much health at this point. Does not tick him down enough. I think he was at 100 health. No, more like 150. And that was a 3-for-0 exchange, so once again, this is completely Red Team's game to lose. If they want to push more towers, they're going to have to go far out to do it. They have them pushing all the lanes equally, which is not the biggest of deals. And a good wall there to protect against any kind of Amumu shenanigans. So by about 5,000 gold. We're looking at some pretty heavy magic resist coming from Red Team, which makes a lot of sense because Katarina is going to be doing a whole ton of damage, and she is 10 and 6 compared to the 4 and 7 Corky. Now Corky does have 200 CS, so that's really going to help out his damage from that point, but I think that they're mostly worried about the Katarina on these fights, and Amumu does magic damage as well as Leona. And Uter is kind of like a hybrid character, so that is a lot of magic damage that they're going to want to counter. So I actually heard on Odd1's stream earlier today, and Dyrus was talking about this a few days ago, about how Maw really isn't the bee's knees. That as far as a late game item, it isn't as good as they initially thought. Interested to hear them talk more about that at length. But, you see a lot of people get it. Maybe it's just because it's a new item. People want to test it out, see how it works, But yeah, they said, it's just not the best item. The Hex Drinker part is great for lane, but otherwise it's just not the best late game item. So, I don't know. Just something I thought I'd share. And a wall that actually kind of saves, but Amumu is taking a brunt of that blow. They don't want to use all those combos on Amumu. He loses half of his health, but that burst could have been used on somebody else. Luckily, those Anivia cooldowns are not that long, and looks like they're going to just push down another lane instead of force their way up the middle. And I think this tower is going to go down no matter what, but Jax just going in for it. Completely goes down. I don't think he did very much damage. Amumu using a great ultimate there, but Urgot getting a great kill out on the Katarina, and Amumu moving more towards the Urgot. He goes down as well, waiting to hit the Anivia until all of her guys are down, and the Guardian Angel is going to be popped by the blue team too, and completely destroyed under that tower. So I think they overcommitted just a little bit too much to that tower. And that might have been the break that the blue team needed. I don't know if they have enough damage to do this right now. Yeah, only 2 are alive right at this point. And that outer, I guess it would be the inner outer, any outie turret, was was destroyed in the process by the minions. Minions OP. So I guess that's what they wanted, but I don't know, like giving up those 4 kills for it, those 5 kills for it. Don't know if it was really worth it. And they are going all out for this. And oh, it was very close, but it looks like Lee Sin could not get it down in time. I don't know if Lee Sin, no, he did not use his smite, and he actually was not able to W over that wall quick enough, and they are going to get the heck out of dodge. They do not want to get intercepted with Blitzcrank using all of his speed and Shirelia's, and here comes Blitzcrank trying to make it work, but he's like, holy crap, Uter has way too much health. And actually, Leona getting caught there by Jax. Ultimate goes down as well, and Corky going in being like, hey, Jax, what are you doing? You want a part of this? No, he really doesn't. Blitzcrank getting hit very, very hard by the Uter and Anivia. Fantastic wall. And Uter actually getting swapped there. He's in the middle of 3 at this point. They are a little bit out of position. Jax is going to go down to the Corky. Actually, Katarina gets the kill. Corky probably should have had it. And a lot of damage going down on the red team. This Baron buff is working wonders at this point. And that was a 4-for-1 so far. So really, really lopsided kind of game. But there is no place that this blue team can go to push this advantage. Actually, it's 3-for-1. Sorry, I thought that the Lee Sin died there. Apparently not. Oh, Lee Sin died at Baron. Duh. But unfortunately, nothing really can happen here. They're gonna get this this dragon to give him some gold, but he actually might be intercepted. They know exactly where he's going, what he wants. And is he going to be able to get it? It's going to be close, and yes, he does, and he's going to get out of there super quick. Lee Sin missing Qs. And that inhibitor spawned. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, they had a great engage there, but it didn't work out because they didn't have any lanes pushed in the slightest. And actually, Blitzcrank going to get completely caught here. Lee Sin going and doing a lot of damage. Amumu ultimate goes down as well. Is going to probably save Corky's life here. Tries to kick and doesn't end up working out. Katarina jumping all over the map, making things happen. And the 10-3 Amumu. How often do you see 10-3 Amumus, especially nowadays with new jungle? Amumu's kind of, you know, I wouldn't say fallen off the map, just fallen out of favor would be probably the best way to say it in the whole realm of jungling. You know, when jungling used to be kind of hard when the creeps were harder, you know, he was great with his AoE, but now, you know, since basically anyone can jungle, there's a lot better options. And if you're getting that blue for herself, really great play there. Ever since blue buff's nerf, Anivia actually was kind of hard by that. She should be helped out a lot by the new item, Athene's Holy Grail. It was announced a long time ago, but it was said that it was put into the new patch. And actually, Uter, as I'm talking about Athene's Holy Grail, Uter completely going down to the Jax. That sustain isn't going to last forever, and especially as this game goes longer, Jax is going to see that his strength in these 1v1 duels is going to increase, as you can see, has over 3/4 health from that exchange. And it's a really interesting kind of makeup here for red team. Anivia definitely has a great amount of late game power as well as Jax. Urgot, however, does not. Urgot is definitely a mid-game champ, and his anti-carry abilities, at least I believe, falls off towards the end game, as well as Lee Sin. I don't really feel like Lee Sin scales as well as some of the other carries, the tanky carries, so to speak, towards the late game. And we'll see how that affects them. We can already see that blue team is jockeying back into pretty much the lead. Yes, they are up by just over 2,000 gold and 2 kills. So looks like we're going to have a major battle here brewing in the middle. We'll see if this is going to be the decider. We are kind of grouping up here. The lanes are kind of pushed. Blue team does have the exposed inhibitor that did respawn. It was taken a little bit earlier. More towers on red team side, but that really doesn't mean much, especially at this time of the game, as we transition squarely into late game. And oh, the Anivia stun completely misses, and the wall is not as helpful, I think, as she wanted. And actually, that Banshee's Veil just got popped there by the Corky Bomb. So ended up not really happening as well as she wanted. It looks like there's going to be some great blue aggression here. Let's see who ends up working this out. And Anivia just leaving up that ultimate like, hey, this ground is going to be frozen solid. And it looks like they're just trying to wait, trying to force this engagement. Katarina caught a little bit out of position, trying to get Wolves, and she's going to take a lot of damage there. Urgot completely out of position now. And actually a great, great, great ultimate there by Mumu. Red team is coming in from behind, trying to get as many of those carries as possible. Corky goes down, and Katarina went down almost immediately. Urgot just finally going down. Blitzcrank going down as well. A great play there to get the Uter jumping over the wall and using the E, and that is going to be a 4-4-2 exchange, and Amumu is the last Bastion left. Now he is 11-3 though, so you never know about this stuff, but I think that it does so much damage with that. Oh my goodness, does so much damage with that bandage toss. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so 3 for 5, but I think that they are going to be able to get this inhibitor and most likely more. Katarina is now up. Corky is up soon. And they're actually going to back off, so it looks like we are going to be resetting. 3 people are back, 4 people are back, and we're going to be at full strength here in about 20 seconds. And 15 seconds. So anyway, as we're jockeying around the map, taking a little bit more into CS, the Dorn's items are still pretty prevalent on the map. Jack still has 2 of them this late into the game, almost 40 minutes. Baron is going to be up shortly. There should be a pretty big fight here for it. Uter going up and just checking on Jax to make sure it's not going to happen. Pinging up to that Baron. Everybody pinging there now. And there it is. They have that timer down perfectly. And their blue team is going to start it. They are going to take that debuff from Baron. And red team is just going to wait, bide their time, make sure that things happen, and clearing that ward. Oh, and they just catch that Leona. And are they going to get... Are they going to get it? Oh, and they lose Baron as well. Wow, what a great play by red team. And I don't think that this is going to do very well. And a great swap there as well on the Corky by the Urgot. And just so much damage going down. And actually it looks like Jack's coming in from the back. And just not enough happening right now for blue team. And looks like Corky's like, oh, I'm doing a lot of damage, but just not enough. And going down to the egg form. And Jack's getting a triple kill, making stuff happen. He's like, hey, I don't care. You guys do whatever you want. I'm going to the base. And there's going to be Guardian Angel, but I don't think this Lee Sin's going to survive. Is he going to survive? No, he's not. They are going to back up. And there's going to be this Corky versus 4. Granted, 2 of those 4 are pretty low, but I think this Jax might be able to just completely take this out. It's not even going to be close. Corky is just like, hey, this game's over. See ya. And Leona's back, actually. She might be able to make something out of this. Is she going to be able to close this out? Leona doing work, trying to make stuff happen. They're just targeting the Nexus, just not caring about damage, and everybody's dead now, and that is GG. So TD takes the loss in that game. Pretty back and forth all the way around. Really competitive. Not, as far as there's some interesting plays, let's just say, by both sides. I think that blue team had some great opportunities. They like at Baron, they had those 2 Baron fights and the third Baron fight as well. They were always the ones initiating at Baron. and I don't know if that's a teamwork thing or just not having the luck or what have you, but they just didn't make it work from those Baron fights. They really value Baron a little bit too much, I think. Not saying that's not important because it's super important, but I think that if they would have disengaged, made it happen a little bit better, and took care of their business away from Baron a little bit better, then I think they might have been able to pull that out. But meanwhile, Red Team, I'm not going to give them a free pass. Like they definitely had some throws as well. There's that great fight in the middle where Blue Team just caught Urgot completely out of position and then snowballed that into destruction. And then that tower on the top where Jax decided that he wanted to go straight for the tower, not really do anything else, didn't do any damage at all, and just got melted. And then the rest of the team melted in suit. So it was a good game overall. As far as the builds are concerned, as I said, the Doran's items are pretty prevalent. Guardian Angels on both of the AD carries. I wouldn't say that's something new that occurs, but definitely something that really works really well. Gives them that little bit of, I wouldn't say tankiness, but beefiness, I guess you would say. Um, that just makes it so that they can be focused and die instantly. Especially, at high yellows, obviously, they uh, they know how to focus people very well. But having that guardian angel over your head, you focus them and then they die, and then you focus someone else, and then oh, I might have forgotten. Oh, he's back, and then they just kill you. So guardian angel, really great item on the AD carries, most definitely. And Trinity Force is a great item on Corki as well because of his bursty nature. Two Shurilias for the blue team. Interesting kind of pick with that, but Shurilia is just a really strong item overall. With the 13 kills by Mumu, you kind of wish that he would have gone a little bit more damage centric. He did get the Sunfire Cave, which is really great, but I don't know, with the amount of magic damage that was coming from purple team, I don't know, like I wouldn't say I wouldn't agree with it, but I don't know, it's an interesting choice. But yeah, so it was a great game, and that concludes episode 3 of my dailies. So if you enjoyed it, please like at the bottom of the page and comment, and I'll see you guys next time.